A Whanganui woman who's restored a heritage building in the city to its former glory says it's been a labour of love. Kerry Goodwood thought the Kitchens Pharmacy building, bought it 2 years ago for about $300,000, has since spent about $800,000 earthquake strengthening and refurbishing it. Our Taranaki Whanganui reporter Robin Martin went along for a tour.
Yeah, do, come on. So here we are at the bottom of the stairs. Very elegant stairway that curves up from the bottom floor right up 5+ meters to the top floor. When it was built, all of this, you can see walls around here, the stairwell, when it was built it was entirely open. And the pharmacist had his business on the ground floor and he and his family lived upstairs. And at the top of the stairs is still the bell that would have been sounded from downstairs to say, need some help, come on, woohoo.
Albert E. Kitchen had owned a pharmacy at number 15 Victoria Avenue since the 1870s and had the current building erected in 1909. A chemist operated there until the 1980s. Rather misleadingly, the inscription on the facade reads 1858, which refers to when Kitchen first set up business in the city. Described in the Whanganui Heritage Inventory as a fine example of Edwardian Baroque, in more recent times the upstairs had been a student flat. At the top of the oak and Rimu stairway, it opens up to a 3-bedroom apartment complete with surprisingly spacious living quarters. Indoor-outdoor flow has been incorporated into the renovation.
Come and have a look off this little balcony, what you can get onto it at the moment. Yeah, just open this little door and step out onto the balcony. Gets all the sun, lovely sun, and if you look out a wee bit and over to your right, you can see down to the river.
Oh, yeah.
You can see it's pretty muddy at the moment, pretty mucky looking.
It's been a lot of rain.
This is a great place to watch the passing parade. Cup of coffee or a glass of wine later in the day. Yep. And here you can see over on each side of the doorway, you can see these huge columns which have been strengthened, and you can also see the elements that are drilled right through the column and held them back into the facade.
Back inside, it's a short walk across the polished matai floorboards to a bedroom where those students have left a surprise.
A rather special window from when that currently just goes straight onto a brick wall. When the building was built, it was standalone, and now there's a brick wall from the next door building. The various students have lived here, who have all left their names and various messages in chalk on the brick wall.
Oh, brilliant.
So it's going to stay there.
And that's a beautiful old sash window.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Yes, it's lovely.
The renovation has not been all about heritage, however. Aged 74, Kerry has also looked to future-proof her new home.
So this passage used to go right through the house from front to back. Mm-hmm. And 3/4 of the way towards the back, we now have another door, and that's the entrance to the lift. And all of this up here, and just outside the lift upstairs, all of this is geared for wheelchair use. And room for a live-in companion. That's the calling the lift, and so we now go into the lift. And down we go. It's hydraulic, it's water power. With a little bit of freezy breeze up the knees as the air is displaced. Exactly.
So it's kind of like a lift shaft version of the ones that go up stairwells?
Yeah.
Would that be right?
Yes. It's a moving platform.
Yeah, yeah.
The platform itself moves. And there we are, outside.
Oh wow, internal garaging and the whole works. Kerry says she had her family's blessing to do the refurbishment, and the 2 retail spaces on the ground floor should pay for her largesse over time. In Whanganui for Checkpoint, ko Robin Martin tēnei.